Inside Eastern Utah. We have a good show here today. We're actually going to be with two people that are kind of new into some organizations, not new to organizations, but new to heading them. And we are first here with Nick Tatton, who is the new president of United Way. You want to tell us a bit about how you got sucked into that?
I'd love to, and thank you for having me here today. You know, I've been involved with United Way now for many years, and what a great local organization. I think there's some misconceptions out in the world about donations and how they work. You know, the little United Way here locally just runs, all the money's raised locally, stays locally. There's some office expenses and things, but there's a lot of great community charities and things that the United Way does.
I think that's really important to note, that the money comes in, but it stays local. It's all helping people here in Carbon and Emery County.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a misconception, but the local United Way even has to pay to use the logos and to be a part of that network. So it's a very modest budget, and it's a great organization. You know, I'm very honored and humbled to have been selected to be the president of the board this year, and there's some. It's easy to stand on others' shoulders. You know, Aubrey Carpenter, Wayne Clausing have been recent chairs of the board and done a great job and really set the organization up to have a lot of success. So there's a lot of great things. We've got a list here we can talk about if you'd like, but a lot of great things to do over the year with United Way, and just a little plea that if anybody is interested in being part of the board, there's still a couple of open spots, or just being a part of the volunteer efforts to serve the community. There's always room.
Yeah, it's a great organization, and like you mentioned, a lot of great people have been involved to learn from and to get United Way to where it is today.
Yeah, it's a good group.
And will you be in that position for a year, or how long does that last?
Yeah, it's a year, and we'll see how it goes after that. they may or may not want me, or I may or may not want that.
Well, what do you guys have coming up? What are the plans for this next year?
Part of the annual program the United Way of Eastern Utah does is early in the year there's Souls to Souls, which is a shoe benefit. Great program, helps provide a lot of shoes for folks that can't really afford new shoes, and keeps them going that way. Some fundraisers throughout the year. There's usually a soup lunch, a chili lunch. Now, I don't even really know how Bunko Babes goes, but I understand
Don't lie to us, Nick.
Well, I understand it's some raucous fighting and some gambling, but
that's what I've heard. They get pretty crazy.
Yeah, so there's a Bunko Babes night. They do an appreciation dinner for their sponsors and their contributors. Off and on over the years, there's been a golf tournament to help support some of the other programs. I think Tony Martinez is the chair of that. This year he's the vice president of the board, and he's going to head up the golf tournament. There's the Live, Love, Local run in the fall. That's coming up in just a few weeks, really. And then in September, Day of Caring.
That's the big one.
Is a big one. United Way organizes that. And a real big event every year is the Angel Tree. The Angel Tree is administered through the United Way, so every time somebody, the credit union, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, does a lot of Angel Tree work, that all finds its way back to the United Way. And so that's a huge administrative program, hundreds and hundreds of people and names and things to organize, and those are the types of things United Way does, is really service to the community. And it's a great organization. Like I said, I've really been humbled to be a part of it.
Yes, and these programs have really become well-oiled machines. A lot of people have gotten them running smoothly, and so you're stepping into a pretty good position.
Yeah, it's a great year to be the chair of the board. There's not much trouble to be had. There's nothing to really fix, and we really need to give a shout out to the past director, Carol Wright. She did a great job. She's left the area, and now Cheryl Thane's the director, and you can reach her just down at the office on Main Street. But anybody who wants to get involved, just give Cheryl a call, and we'd love to have a little help. We need it.
Yes, and there's always ways to get involved, whether it's volunteering your time or donating money or donating items. There's always a program to fit what you can do and what fits your lifestyle.
Absolutely,
as well.
and the amount of time you're willing to give.
Yes.
If it's a few hours to help with a luncheon or an all-day event, or spend many days and many hours helping organize Angel Tree. All of those things can really benefit the community.
So what will your main roles be as the president? Will you head any of these programs? Will you just oversee everything with the help of the board? How does that work?
Every program really has a committee of people, sometimes formally, sometimes a little informally, who's done it in the past. My role will really be to step in where help is needed and to kind of make sure all of them are ready to go. And it's a little overwhelming, but
Yes.
I hope we can pull it off.
Yes, you guys sure can. You have a great board over there and a great group of volunteers.
You know, it is a wonderful board. I'd just like to give a little shout to, we talked about Wayne and Aubrey that have been past presidents, and Shannon here at ETV has been very helpful. Danelle Burrell, Thomas Sitrid, Greg Cook. Can't say enough about Jamie Tolich. If anybody knows Jamie and her ability to run a kitchen and help with food fundraisers. I mentioned Tony Martinez, Terry Willis, and Ethan McGlory are all on the board. And what a great group of people. They keep the budget on track, they keep the projects on track, and really do a good job. And hopefully we make Cheryl's life as the director a little easier and not a little tougher.
Possible, right?